On to the next one. So if you're a Chelsea fan, please get into this place and let's have a proper discussion on our next match. We are playing against Wolves in the Premier League. And so we'll discuss about the approach, the general approach of Wolves and what is possible for Chelsea to do to, come out with victory. And Liam Rezeno has, made some comment about some of the available players and players who will not be available. He talked about Jamie Gittens, that Jamie Gittens is out on a long spell of injury, but he doesn't know the exact time frame, but it is going to be a long injury. So Jamie Gittens is out. He made mention of Extavo Williams being available for 90 minutes and Cole Palmer being available for 90 minutes. So he talked about so many other things about first 11, where he said he doesn't have a first 11. He looks at the players who are available and players who can fit into what he wants to play against any particular team. So he really does not have anything like first 11. He comes to the team, looks at the players that are available, work with them, and have his own mindset and his own perception about the players, not a perception that comes from maybe the previous manager or what people are saying on the media. No, but he believes on what he is seeing with the players. And he said Chalobah is doing exceptionally well in that regard. And so let us go deep into how Wolves, present themselves, what style of play that they come with. Now, number one, Wolves are strong and compact in the defense. They are quick and purposeful in attack. They are quick and purposeful in attack, and they are comfortable without the ball. When they are not with the ball, they are very comfortable. They will sit back and defend properly against you. So they are a defensive team. They keep the low and middle block. They keep the low and middle block. So they keep the low block at the back, middle block at the center. So what they want to achieve is to ensure that their defensive record is clean. They don't want you to get a goal against them. They want to defend properly. So what are their attacking patterns? How do they attack against teams? What they do is they play the vertical balls. They play the vertical balls. They overload the wide areas and then they push crosses in. That is what they do. They push crosses in. They overload the wide areas. And then another thing that they do is that they have their top nine who holds up play. So anytime they have the ball, they want to find him. Then he holds up the play and wait for the wide players to come. Then he distributes the ball and then they bring crosses. So they are good in area duel. And they try to overload the wide areas and then bring crosses in as quickly as possible. So you must do everything within your power to stop them in those areas. If not, they will get the goal. And when they get the goal, it will be very difficult for you to crack them down, to crack them open, because they keep this very low and middle block so that you don't gain access into their 18-yard box. Now, how do we position ourselves to win against Wolves? What are my own personal team selection to win against Wolves? We need Kukureya at the left back, Rhys James at the right back, possibly James and Fofana at the center back position. And then we need the double pivot of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. We need Cole Palmer at that middle. I will tell you the reason why we need Cole Palmer at that middle. We need Extavo Williams by the right forward wing. And then we need Pedro Neto at the left forward wing. Garnacho is not a good starter. Garnacho is very good at reading the game and then coming on maybe second half, second 45 minutes or second 40 minutes or 30 minutes, depending. But he is good at being a substitute player. Then we need João Pedro at the number 9 position. Leave Liam Delap. Don't play Liam Delap and João Pedro. Let Liam Delap stay back. There's a reason for it. And I'm going to explain all this in this video. Now, what are the tactical ways of defeating Wolves? I've done my team selection. I'm going to give you the tactical ways of defeating Wolves. And those tactical ways, I'm going to be giving you players that can fit into these tactical ways of defeating Wolves. Number one tactical way of defeating Wolves is to drag them horizontally and then drag out their back three using a false 9. How do you do this? A false 9, that is why I talked about João Pedro. That João Pedro will be the best for this game. They are good aerially. So we are going to use another tactic that is going to drag them out because they want to keep that low block. So when you use your wingers, you drag them out using your false 9. Your false 9 will come to the middle. João Pedro is a striker that plays as a false 9. So his way of playing is false 9. So he is going to come down to the middle to play with the midfielders. This movement will drag the defenders, the back three, drag them back. And so once he drags them into the midfield, the wingers will now have opportunity to attack the spaces. That is where you now need fast wingers. Fast wingers who are good in 1v1 ability. That is where you need Extavo Williams and you need Pedro Neto at the other wing. These are players who can take on the opposing players on a 1v1 activity. You see, Pedro Neto can take them on runs. You know, Exeter Williams can beat any of his players, his opposing players, and then give good passes. And then don't be fast with the crosses. Cutbacks are needed. You can move forward, and then as they are racing up, you bring the ball back, cut back, and then find your best man to get the goal for you. This is number one. Put them under serious pressure in their own half. Do the defending in their own half. Once they have the ball, put them under pressure, and make quick, fast passes. They will make mistakes. You can get the goal from there. Number 3 is that your midfielders must know how to shoot. Shoot. You must shoot. When you are playing against teams who keep low blocks, shoot from outside of the 18-yard box, because they most of the time do not defend spaces that you can shoot to. So once you get the ball in the midfield, shoot. You can get a goal from there. And that is where you need your attacking midfielders. You need Caicedo, you need Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez has not been so marvelous with his shooting. João Pedro is there for you. Exeter Williams is there for you. And playing Pedro Neto at the left wing, opportunity for him to shoot from that area is also there. So these players are very wonderful for a team like Wolves. The fourth thing you must do is not to allow them score. As you are doing whatever you are doing, also keep in mind that your defense must be compact. And so you must have 2 to 3 defenders at the back line. That is the fourth thing that you must have 2 to 3 defenders at the back line who will pick up loose balls. That mistake we made against Arsenal, that we were pushing forward, fighting to get a goal in the 9 minutes, and then we left our defense open. We do not need to do such mistakes again. Keep 2 to 3 defenders at the halfway line so that they pick up loose balls. Any loose balls, they quickly pick it up and continue the pressure. Once we mount pressure on, Wolves, we are going to get goals. We are going to demoralize them, and we are going to secure that win. This is my, take on this game. What do you think? Let us hear your own thoughts on the comment section. Drop it there.